If you're a landlord or a tenant, are you aware of the Tenant Protection Act that goes into effect on January 1st of 2020? The Tenant Protection Act has two parts. The first part addresses rental cap law and the second part addresses eviction law. If you would like me to email you more information about this law, please let me know. But here's a little bit of the breakdown. Part 1 is a statewide rental cap law, and it is part of the TPA, or Tenant Protection Act. Throughout all of California, the maximum amount an owner may increase the residential tenant rent in a 12-month period is 5% plus inflation, but may not exceed 10%. There are some rules and exemptions, and it will depend on how the landlord holds ownership of the home, if the landlord is a corporation, an LLC, or an individual owner. This will also not apply when a tenant moves out of the home. The landlord is allowed to raise the rent to market value, and then the new tenant could be subject to the increased protection under this law. Part 2, just cause eviction law, is the second part of the TPA Act. This outlines 15 specific reasons that a landlord may evict a tenant. It also separates the reasons into two categories: at fault and no fault. Just like Part 1, in Part 2 it will also matter how the owner holds title of the property, how long the tenant has lived in the property, and if the owner has any access to the property. A couple of examples of the at-fault clause is the default on payment, breach of the material term in the lease, refusing to allow the owner access to the property. Some examples of no-fault cause are the owner is withdrawing the property from the rental market, the owner or a family member is moving into the property, things like that. If you are a tenant or a landlord, it is important to know when a big law comes into effect and how it may affect you. If you would like a copy of this bill and the information, let me know. I'm Carrie Cross with the Cross Group at Intero Real Estate, and my team and I are here to answer all of your real estate questions. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.